Welcome everyone to GBTV Live. Just in, I am your host, Dominique. And so we have almost 300,000 print books and DVDs in our library district collection. We received an average of just over 500 new books and DVDs each week. So there is always something new in the Just In collection. So today I actually have two co-hosts / guests that are going to help me today to go over a few Just In collections that we have going on. So first up, we're going to have first co-host and guest Tracy from our information services that's going to give us some Just Ins from our adult collection. So take it away, Tracy.
Hi, everybody. First of all, apologies for the video. I'm in a quiet, dark place. Shh. But that's okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna talk briefly about a few things that are floating around in the recent arrival sphere. So if you get the library's Gale Mail email newsletter, you might have seen this title. Hopefully you can see it. It's called The Power of the Dog by Thomas Savage. And wow, where did this guy come from? This book was actually published in 1967, but was recently resurrected and has become a new Netflix movie released just this past November, starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Kirsten Dunst and Cody Smith McPhee. So it's described as the story of two brothers in 1920s Montana as their already fragile relationship is impacted by the arrival of a woman and her young son. Well, that's not nearly the half of it. This novel is unsettling, it's dissonant, it's a slow burning psychodrama. Here's a clue about the tone of this novel. The first line of the book reads, "Phil always did the castrating." So the novel is set in a pastoral landscape in 1920s rural Montana, and we meet Phil and George, who've inherited a sweeping cattle ranch, when George marries a widow from a nearby town, Rose, and brings her and her teenage son to the ranch. And quote, Phil begins a relentless campaign to destroy his brother's new wife. That ought to give you an idea. Another line from the book, I love this one. Oh, Phil knew how to touch the sore place. Lord, how he knew how to lift a scab. Wow. So for anybody concerned about any violence in this story, there's no real physical violence, at least not for humans. Bear in mind that it takes place on a cattle ranch in the 1920s, and that first line is telling. So Power of the Dog is a gripping read, and it lives somewhere between fiction and suspense and thriller. You can check it out in print or as an ebook on the library platform. Next up is a short list of recommendations from all around your friendly neighborhood library. Special shout out to Marella, Andy, Kathy, and Kristen for these recommendations. We have Harlem Shuffle from two-time Pulitzer Prize winning author of The Underground Railroad and the Nickel Boys. This is Colin Whitehead's Harlem Shuffle. It's called a gloriously entertaining novel of heists, shakedowns, ripoffs set in Harlem in the 1960s. Oh, there you go. Next up, we have Richard Osmond's Thursday Murder Club. In a peaceful retirement village, four unlikely friends, all septuagenarians, meet weekly to discuss unsolved crimes. Together they call themselves the Thursday Murder Club. This is the first in a series of 3 books, actually, so if you like this, there's more to check out. Lastly, we have Jodi Picoult's new one, Wish You Were Here. A new novel about a young woman who thinks that she has life planned out perfectly until uncontrollable forces push her far beyond the boundaries of her comfort zone and compel her to evolve into someone completely different. Goodreads calls it a deeply moving novel about the resilience of the human spirit in a moment of crisis. And that barely puts a dent in the list of new arrivals hitting library shelves. And those are also available in multiple formats: book, ebook, large type, audio. And as always, we're always featuring timely theme displays on the second floor of the main library. For example, this month we have 365 new days, 365 new chances. That's materials on getting back to healthy habits and attitudes to make life better. We have one on the deliciousness and beauty of soups during these cold winter months. And finally, it's Holocaust Remembrance Month. So there's truly something for everyone here. Explore the library's website and catalog, call us, come in. Like you, we're readers, we're movie watchers, we're listeners. We genuinely delight in connecting you with good stuff. You can place holds online, you can use the app to place holds, or you can call us. Pickup is always available inside, or if it's particularly nasty outside, there are drive-up windows at the main library and at the Rico branch, and your holds can be picked up at any of our 3 locations. So have fun, reach out to us, lots of good stuff hitting the shelves.
Definitely does sound like it. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Tracy, for all that information. So I'm excited about that and our just in. So again, Tracy mentioned that's barely a dent of what we have to offer. There's so much more that you are just going to enjoy going through our catalog and seeing what else we have for you. So next up is my second co-host / guest. She is a familiar face on Facebook Live from our Facebook page, Miss Cindy from Kidspace. So Cindy, what do you have for us today?
Well, I'm so excited to share some things that I think parents are looking for to have some fun at home, some extra things. Of course, books are always the best thing, but we have some other things that you can check out too. And I wanted to show you, this is called a Tony box. Tony boxes are designed for ages 3 and up. You can find them in our Early Learning Center. They come in a kit to check out. In the kit is this box, and inside the kit is also different figures. So you put the figure on top of the box, and then it plays the story. And sometimes it sings the song. Let's see if you can recognize this character. Does anyone remember Spot? Yes. So they have Spot on there, and you can listen to it just in the room. There's also headphones. So if you want your child to just be listening to the story and you don't want to hear it, you can also, there's also headphones, a charger, instructions. The Tonys are a really fun thing to try. This one has animal stories. Some other ones that we have are adventure stories, princess stories, and Disney Pixar. So if you would like to come in and check that out, that's a fun thing to do. I'm going to show you another kit now that you can check out that I think is lots of fun. These are called Bright Beginning Kits. They're designed for babies and toddlers. And inside it, you'll find books, a puzzle, a puppet, information and activity, fun activities that you can do with your child. I want to show you this puppet because the name of that kit is called, let's see, ready? Oh, Peekaboo. Let's see if we can, I want to do it one more time. Ready? Peekaboo. He's a great fun bear, and I hope you might check that out. There are other Bright Beginning kits that you can check out for that age group as well. There are preschool learning kits for at home. Another thing that we have, I wanted to show you something from the youth center. So in the youth center, you will find learning at home kits. This one is designed for grades 2 through 4. The title of this kit is called Math, Geometric Measurement. Inside, you'll find a game, a magnetic whiteboard and crayons, information about geometry, so you can do some fun learning at home. And I'm going to show you one more thing because we should end with a book. We have lots of books, and this one just came in, and Valentine's Day is coming up. So I thought this would be fun to share. This one is called Slug in Love. It's by Rachel Bright. She's done lots of other fun books too, but this is her newest. And poor Doug is a slug, and he's in love. And there goes Doug. Doug is a slug, and Doug is a slug who needs a hug. So if you want to find out if Doug gets that hug, you should come in and check out that and some of the kits, and you can have those put at the drive-up window and all the things that Tracy said. And I hope to see all of you very soon. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Cindy. So basically, our customers can go and visit our website, correct? And then search for these or check it out in our Just In page, which is called New at the Library. So many ways to search for these particular titles, as well as the Tony and the Learn at Home kit. So our customers, I'm sure they're curious to know. So Cindy, are we able to put these items on hold? And let's just say if I stay closer to the South Elgin location or maybe the branch location, can I select a pickup location?
Yes, you can. You can do that. You can put things up at the drive-up window. You could ask things to be transferred over to the Rayco branch or our South Elgin branch. And yes, all those things can happen. And we would like to try to make it as easy as we can for you parents and people out there in the wintry weather. So yes.
Wonderful.
Let us know how we can help.
Exactly. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Cindy and Tracy, for that information and sharing with us all of these top threes. So my top three, and I'm actually doing this on behalf of our customer relations for movies, because movies and more, music and more is located in our customer relations at our main location. And they will be more than happy to assist anyone who comes in looking for recommendations. And they're very talented staff down there that knows a lot about movies and music and just more, just so much, right? So I'm just going to give my top three. So I'm standing in for customer relations. So the first one that's up is Shang-Chi. So I am a MCU fan. I love MCU, and anyone who don't know what that means, it's a Marvel movie cinematic universe, and I in my mind live in that universe. So and my family does. So we're huge MCU fans. But I really love Shang-Chi. I think this is definitely action packed. And basically this particular film is where this character has a lot of things going on in his past, and he tries to run away from it and kind of hides out. And it also got a little bit of humor. So he tries to escape his past and change his name, but he changed it to Shang, even though he's Shang-Chi. So it's kind of like funny. It's kind of, and they kind of make that into humor from him and his character, who's his friend is name is Katie, who's played by Aquafina. And she is just an awesome actress, and she's just hilarious. And so they kind of make light of that. So basically he tries to hide from his past. His father ended up finding out where he is, and pretty much and his father is like the leader of the 10 Ring organization. And again, anybody who's an MCU fan will know and heard of the 10 Ring organization from the Iron Man film, as well as Ant-Man. So it's, you kind of get familiar, and it's giving you a little bit more history about the 10 Ring organization. So Shang-Chi and his sister, Shailene, they kind of have to, get forced into trying to search for this mythical kind of village that apparently is where their mother is from. And even though, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it mentions it in the beginning of the film as soon as it starts. So she becomes deceased. And then the father is kind of like sad about this, just deeply in grievance of this. So he actually hears her voice, and her voice is kind of guiding him to find her in this mythical village. So it's kind of a little, it's funny, action packed, definitely family oriented. It's just, this is an awesome family. You will not be disappointed. But again, I don't want to say too much, because if I say anything, which I almost accidentally did, then it's going to kind of like say, oh, Dominique, you messed up my movie. So I don't want to do that at all. And then my next choice, and this is available in the media bank in DVD as well as Blu-ray format. And then my next runner-up, my second one is, of course, Black Widow. So Black Widow, is another action pack. So this is more of like an action pack spy thriller kind of film. And excuse me, Scarlett Johansson she kills this. She just kills it. She is awesome. She will be forever known as Black Widow. I really love that they brought this out because anyone, again, MCU fan from the last Avengers, I'm not going to say because I don't know, but everyone should have seen it by now. It's a few years old, but it pretty much leads you into her life, a little bit more background about this character, which is really, really lovely. I'm going to take a drink. Sorry about that, everyone. And sorry, 1 second here.
Oh, good.
Sorry, it's dry. It's dry.
It is dry. That's a perfect reason why the drive up is available, is because it's nasty out, even though the sun is shining. It's so dry, coughing, all the things come through the drive up window. Everybody's comfortable. You get what you need. You get to head home.
And I get this tickle that just doesn't go away. So I might need Tracy to pick it up for me.
Well,
With the
I would
media
be
bank.
happy to, Dominique. Just wave your hand when you're ready to get back in it. What else do you got there? I saw Black Widow, which I have not seen. So thank you for talking that one up. I'll check that out. And I haven't seen that one either. Nope. But I can tell you that the media bank and customer relations area, the marketplace downstairs. Oh, I did see Luca. Luca was lovely. It's charming. Is that a Pixar? They do such a nice job with all their charming things. That's on my to see list, definitely. And Dominique, can you just nod your head? Do you know if that's still in the media bank or if that's just out on the shelves or both? Fantastic. Very good. Sometimes some of these movies may also be available on some of the streaming platforms. You can certainly check those out. And I also know that we've got a new-ish to us platform called Medici TV. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Medici TV. So if you're into classics and concerts and ballets, you can stream that for free with your library card. Hoopla and Canopy is excellent. Canopy has a ton of independent films, documentaries, things of that nature that you can take out with your library card for free. You can watch it on your phone, your laptop, stream it to your television. All of these things come to you with your library card. And if you need recommendations, customer relations would definitely be happy to pick up the phone and talk you through that. And it sounds like Dominique's ready to pick it up again.
I am. Thank you, Tracy, for that. Sorry, everyone, about that. Okay, so now, even though I'm showing you all of these cases, so when you go to the media bank at the main location or at the branch, they're actually going to come into a case. And at the main location, it'll be in a red case like this, and the branch will be in a black one. And then at our South Elgin location, it's actually called Media Box, and that is going to be in this burgundy color case. So on my wish list that I want to see is Luca. I didn't get a chance to see that one, as well as Respect. So those are like my top things. So definitely an easy way to, put a hold on some of these, on all of these particular films that we're talking about in the media bank. So it's actually a reservation. That's the terminology for our media bank. So when you put the movies on hold or on reserve, you have 5 hours to be able to pick it up that same day that you put it on hold. So it gives you a little bit, gives you some time to be able to pick it up. So, but, don't worry if you, if you end up missing out on the Justin books or movie, and that's the particular one that you're looking for. And it's just at the moment, and it also tells you right next to it, the ones that are checked out when they're due back. So it gives you an idea of when the next one will be back. And so it's easy to put an item on hold or on reserve by just clicking hold or reserve. And while you are waiting for, the item that you have on reserve or hold, we have tons of other movies to watch, books, as well as to read. And just remember, you can designate where you want to pick up your items at any of our library locations. And we have convenient drive-up windows that both Tracy and Cindy did mention about at all three of our locations. So be sure to pay us a visit. And if you don't have to necessarily come inside, just come and pay us a visit through the drive-ups for the ones that have a drive-up location, which is Main in our branch, and say hello and pick up some items that we have for you. All right, so that completes our episode of GBTV Live Just In. I sincerely apologize to everyone that I couldn't talk for, but I appreciate Tracy and Cindy, being here and being my co-host and helping me out here. I really appreciate you. And thank you both for your time and sharing all of this information. And thank you everyone for, seeing us here today. And we hope to see you all soon. So take good care.